I just played a really great game of chess and I really want to share it with you guys. So this is the starting move. The opponent is playing white and they are playing d4. This is an unrated game because I am trying out new openings. I have decided to try out the King's Indian. I wanted to see how it worked. I've lost a lot of games with the King's Indian for not taking the center space, so I'm really focusing on that. And let's get started. I played d6. The King's Indian is going to be the knight first, then the pawn, then the bishop, but I watched a video where they start with d6 before playing all of those moves. So that's what I did. So there's the knight, the pawn, the bishop, and now they are playing the London, by the way, so this is what I play, and I put all their knights in the right spot. I am not drawing the lines correctly, but anyway, um, I have decided to move my bishop because it's defended by the knight to attack the queen. I know that the pawn can push. They decided to block with the knight, so they're developing their knight. I developed my knight because the knight is still pinned to the queen, so I figured it's fine. And then they attack my pawn. So I move my bishop back. Then they pin my knight, so I castle to get rid of the pin. They castle, and now middle game is happening. So I put my knight there because it's got a defender and they only have one attacker. Then I spent an entire minute thinking about this. They move their knight. I want center space. So I was thinking, okay, now I should probably move my e-pawn. I can move my e-pawn. Here's the e-pawn to 5. And I've got 3 attacking that square, excluding the pawn, and they only have 2 defending the square. So I'm good. Also, I realized the knight is not going to do anything. He's useless right now because this is defended and this is defended. Ta-da! It's a mistake. There are always mistakes. Every time I spend this long trying to figure out what something is, it's always a mistake. So it's a mistake because um, they've got 2 attackers on this knight and I only have 1 defender. But then they blunder because they didn't take my knight. So now my knight has the choice between those knights. The best move was taking this knight. I took this knight. Still a great move though. I think both were great. I didn't think it really mattered. They took mine, I think, because they were like, well, you took my knight, so I have to take yours. And then I took their bishop. Um, both are inaccuracies, but we're not really worried about inaccuracies right now because I'm 800. I feel like the inaccuracies aren't deadly yet. Mostly the deadly things are mistakes and obviously blunders. So I'm not really worried about inaccuracies in my play right now. I know there will become a point where I need to focus on those, but right now mistakes are what I'm worried about. They capture my other knight and their bishop is hanging, so I take it. Now is another think time because they push their pawn, which is the best move. My queen is under attack. I've been learning recently that if you don't have to retreat, don't. So I decide, okay, I should probably have my queen advance. I can't go here. The queen is blocking these. Have to be careful about not blundering my queen. Although this would be a queen trade. I don't know how that would have ended up because I didn't play that. I was thinking about this or this. I decided to play this one because if they push this, I could take their pawn. If they push this pawn, I could take this pawn because they would leave it hanging. Like, assuming they were trying to threaten me off, I could just, haha, your pawn is hanging, because I've fallen for that before, so I figured that was something they might do. They move their queen. In this position, I'm thinking about threatening their queen with this pawn, because I have a defender and they have two defenders. I have an attacker and they have two defenders. I don't know what that would have done. Oh. I realized that wouldn't work because I only had one attacker, so I played the rook so that I could add another attacker onto this. Then they moved their queen. They captured my hanging pawn. I knew it was hanging. The problem is that I have a red line. There we go. The problem is that if I move this pawn, then they would just capture the rook, and I'd much rather them capture the pawn than the rook, and I can't defend it with anything. There's no way of defending that poor guy, so he had to die. He died. And then because they moved their queen, this was no longer a thing I was worrying about. So I had a choice between capturing here or capturing here. I figured I should probably attack the multiple things. I should probably attack the king. The other thing was this had two pawns attacking it. That would allow this pawn to become centralized. Whereas if I do this, this one becomes decentralized. Is that a word? Probably. So I took that one. They took with the rook, which I found interesting. I thought they were gonna take here, and I was like, aha! And they were like, don't do that, don't do that. I moved my queen. She's under attack, so I had to move her. I was once again thinking about I should advance, I shouldn't retreat unless I really have to. Although if I do this, I understand it's inaccuracy. I can't really retreat anymore. There might be a way here that they trap my queen, but I don't know how, but I know that they probably could. Then they double their rooks. I don't know. I take the free pawn. They block. Oh, this is check, by the way. So this is check. They block the check with the rook. I move the queen here. I don't know why. I think I was just I'm trying to keep pressure on. Um, and then their queen moves down to attack me. I notice this pawn is hanging, so I wanted to move my rook here, and I know that they can't take me because it's defended by rook, so they would lose a queen for a rook, so they're not going to do that. Didn't actually, I don't know what that means. Then they take my bishop, I take back, they take with the rook, and then I go for a check. I look for my checks, I have one, I go for it. However, this leaves this guy hanging. They play the knight, attacking my queen. I have blundered my bishop. I have 24 seconds on the clock, whereas they have 6. I didn't know what to do. I knew I needed to play something. I said, look for checks. I have a check. Play the check. So I played the check. It's a blunder. They, however, did not take my blundered bishop and instead blundered their rook. I said, if you are gonna blunder, I will blunder. And I took, and then I missed mate in 1. My glasses fell. Anyway, they go for a check. Oh, I know. I play this because I knew that if I moved this rook to take this pawn, that we're gonna mate me. So I need to get something. I need to get one of these out of the way. And the one I decided to get out of the way was wrong. I should have. What was the best move? Okay, apparently it was this, which was not even in my. I would have never found that. Anyway, so they blunder their rook. I take the rook. I miss mate in 1. They put me in check. I move up. This was on purpose. And then apparently I have mate in 4 here. Oh, actually I played a mate in 4. Yes, I played a mate in 4. Let's go. I move my king here because if they take or if they move here, I didn't I didn't see this when I played it. I had 2 seconds. So I played this move in 2 seconds because you only have 7, so two's gonna have to do. Apparently it was the best move. I after immediately regretted it, was like, oh no, I should have played this. But then if they moved their queen here, then I just win the queen and everything would have been okay. They took my queen, I took, and I was like, oh, I still have mate. The bishop blocks this, and because he's in the corner, I have this. They just played a pawn move because there's absolutely nothing that will stop mate in 1. And I played mate in 1. I missed mate in 4, but I found. No, I missed mate in 1, but I found mate in 4. So I missed mate in 1 with 8 seconds on the clock, but I found mate in 4 with 7 seconds. So it's okay. But it was a really good game. Arguably my best game in an 800 so far, trying out the King's Indian. So hopefully some rated games with King's Indian soon, and I hope you all had a good time learning with me.